Hi there, fellow viewers. Darshan over here. So in today's you can call it a lecture, you can call it a course, whatever you want. We're going to be going through functions, and we're going to be going through classes and objects. So this is the basic structure of how to create a class. You specify the keyword class, and you name the class you want to create. So I've decided to call mine employee, and inside there you have your class variables, and you have your class methods. So the variables that I've decided to name are employee name and salary, and I've set those to private. The reason why we set them to private is because we want no one from the outside, we want no one from any other packages or any other classes or whatever accessing these specific variables. So our constructor we have over here is called employee. So what is a constructor? A constructor is basically a way of creating an object for a class. So the constructor over here is basically taking in these two parameters. We've got string employee name and double salary, and we're setting the variables inside the class variables, employee name to employee name and salary to salary. And we have our two methods over here, get name and get salary. This is what is known as a getter because it returns the type. So get name is the name of our getter, and its a data type is string, which means it's returning a string. And we have get salary, which has a data type of double, which means it's returning a double. Right? So here's a bit about functions if you guys didn't know. So we have two types of functions. We have accessor functions, and then we have mutator procedures. So what is an accessor? An accessor is basically a function that returns a value, which we call from from the main method. So this accessor has a data type of double. It has a function name of future value, and it has a parameter of double p. You don't really need to worry about what this is calculating, but if you've done economics, business, or anything related to those courses, you would know that this is basically the base value. We're putting what's in here to the power of 10. So this is the base, and this is the power. 1 plus p is the interest rate, and then we want to say interest rate divided by 100, and then we calculate this whole thing. Right? So that's our accessor function. We also have a mutate and a procedure. What does a mutate and a procedure do? Well, it basically takes in a value from its parameter list, and it either alters the parameter value and displays it, or it does some sort of operation where it basically takes a parameter and it uses it to create some to do some sort of functionality, but that functionality does not return a value. So that's why we have the keyword void. Void meaning that we're not returning anything, it's a procedure. Right? So this first procedure is a pass by reference, and our second procedure is a pass by value. The difference between pass by reference and pass by value is that pass by reference will mean that whatever's in here will be changed entirely from the integer main method, and within the function call. So it's not making a copy of the value that you're passing to the parameter. So you're not making a copy of that value. You're taking the reference of it, which means you're pointing to that direct value which you want to change. Whereas pass by value is a bit different. Pass by value means the you put in the value into the procedure, but you copy that value onto the procedure so that it does so like whatever's happening over here is getting whatever may happen inside here will get changed. It will get changed within here. But I don't want to go too much into pass by value and pass by reference, but just understand the basic idea of what it means. And when we get to that stage, I'll explain it more in detail. Right. So now let's actually see how this function, this accessor function works. The one that gives you the double B, I mean, that gives you the future value. So if we go to our in main, it says here, please enter the interest rates in percents. We've taken it in as a double, C in rate. Double balance is equal to future value rates. After 10 years, the balance is so on. So 10 years meaning that this value of year is 10 years, right? So let's run this and see what happens. Okay, so let's say the interest rate is 10%, right? It says here after 10 years, the balance is 2,593.74 rands. So that's basically how that would work. Okay, so the next type of main method we want to do the is this main method here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to press Control Shift forward slash, and that's gonna comment out this entire int. And then if I go here and I press Control Shift forward slash, it's gonna undo the it should undo the comments there. Okay. So we actually what we've done here is we've said please enter the name of the employee, you enter the name, please enter the salary of the employee, you enter the salary. And then once you enter those two things in, you put it into the constructor and you declare it. Employee one is whatever name and whatever salary you've specified. And we want to be able to show you that both these methods here, both these print employee methods work, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to say print employee, print print employee. Okay. And we're going to specify emp1. Okay, so it says there's more than one instance. So we can just comment out one of these. Both of these are going to do the same thing. But I've explained the difference between a reference, pass by reference, and pass by value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block out this one. I'm going to block out this over here. Okay. Right. So let's see how this works. Okay, so it's asking us to enter the employee name. I'm going to say Seth. Okay. Enter the employee salary. We'll say the employee gets paid. Um, let's just say he gets paid 1,000. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm just making up arbitrary values here. But since it's a double, we want to test if it's a double, so 0.50. Right, so name, Seth, salary 1,000.5. And to make this a bit more, if you want to say if you wanted to show the rand sign, then all you can do is you can type in rand there and it should show it. Okay, so I want to dive a bit deeper into pass by reference and pass by value because I think that this lesson would be incomplete without showing you exactly what I meant by pass by reference and pass by value. Okay, guys, so I've created a basic example here to show how pass by value and pass by reference works. I've created two methods. I've created a switch element switch reference, so that means pass by reference, and element switch value, which means pass by value. So if we pass in, so the element of here is set to fire, right? What's meant to happen is that if it passes in here, it's going to pass by reference. So that means that it's going to change the value within the main method because it's going to point to the reference of that specific container which holds the value, whereas pass by value is going to duplicate the value and it's going to create it as a separate container value, and this is going to change element here but it's not going to change it over here. So what should happen is that if it's element switched by value, then the elements should be switched to water in the method but not switched outside the method over here. Whereas over here, it's passed by reference, the element is fire, it will be switched to water because it's pointing to the reference of this. So this will become water. So let's test this and see if it works. Right? So as you can see, it's fire and it's water. So a simple example, nothing, no reason behind why I decided to do it based on elements, but that's basically to show you how pass by reference and pass by value will work. Right. So I think that brings us to the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more videos like this, please subscribe, please comment, please like, and I guess I'll see you all in the next videos to come. Thank you so much for watching. Dashin out.